So today we are talking about the inner child, and I have got some really cool things to share with you. This is going to be day 1 of 6. So I'm going to invite you to think of this as a pilgrimage or a journey. And I just realized one of my resources, where did I put it? There it is. It's not very far away. I can grab it. I've got all kinds of things to read to y'all. So our mudra, for those of you who are new, we've been in this habit for the past couple of weeks of always doing mudra. So the mudra that we're going to use today is Hridaya mudra. Okay, so you take your index finger and you roll it in like this so it comes to the base of the thumb. And then you take your middle finger and ring finger and put them together, and your pinky finger is just kind of chilling out. Okay, this is Hridaya mudra. It's tremendously good for the heart, and it's very good to let go of things that are weighing heavy on the heart, emotional hurts and baggage. So this is our mudra. So I'm going to invite you to take a seat. Hello, Susan. All right, so Susan's gotten her second shot as well. That's wonderful. Mine is scheduled for the 15th of April. All right, so I'm going to read an article to you. Thankfully, one of the things I wanted to read was just a little bit off. Look at Goldie. She's right in the middle of my mat. Look at her, isn't that cute? So I invite you to take a seat and take Hridaya mudra. Okay, again, this is about strengthening the heart. So we're going to do 2 mudra today. Goldie's being part of my block. And this is going to be a really introspective practice. It's going to be a slow flow, and we are going to connect with our inner child. So from this article, which is from, it's written by Dr. Stephen Diamond, and it's from Psychology Today. I'll post it on our circle. For those of you who are new, we do have a circle that corresponds with our daily classes. If somebody doesn't mind throwing the name of the circle in so that, that you have that on hand. And I am going to read to you as soon as I find the place that I want to start. Okay, so this is what Dr. Diamond writes. To begin with, the inner child is real. Not literally, nor physically, but figuratively, metaphorically real. So we're sitting here in our Hridaya mudra, which is the index finger is rolled into the base of the thumb. The middle finger and ring finger is on joined with the thumb. And then the back of the hand is on the knee, okay? It is a psychological reality, and an extraordinarily powerful one at that. Indeed, most mental disorders and destructive behavior patterns are, more or less, related to this unconscious part of ourselves. We were all once children and still have that child dwelling within us. But most adults are quite unaware of this. And this lack of conscious relatedness to our own inner child is precisely where so many behavioral, emotional, and relationship difficulties stem from. Okay? I'm going to read just for another moment, and then we'll get into our practice. The fact is that the majority of so-called adults are not truly adults at all. We all get older. Anyone with a little luck can do that. But psychologically speaking, this is not adulthood. True adulthood hinges on acknowledging, accepting, and taking responsibility for loving and parenting one's own inner child. For most adults, this never happens. Instead, their inner child has been denied, neglected, disparaged, abandoned, or rejected. We're told by society to grow up, put childish things aside. To become adults, we've been taught that our inner child, representing our childlike capacity for innocence, wonder, awe, joy, sensitivity, and playfulness, must be stifled. The inner child comprises and potentiates these positive qualities, but it also holds our accumulated childhood hurts, traumas, fears, and angers. Grown-ups are convinced they have successfully outgrown, jettisoned, and left this child and its emotional baggage long behind. But this is far from the truth. Okay, I will share the full article with you, but that is from Psychology Today, Dr. Diamond. We are sitting in Hridaya Mudra. Roll the index finger into the base of the thumb. Okay? And then bring these two fingers together, middle finger and ring finger, Hridaya Mudra, which is all about letting go of the hurts that have centered on our hearts. So 2 more things to read to you. This one is very short. And what I'm inviting you to consider, this is from Lion's Roar, the most current version of Lion's Roar. And it is a Zen koan. And it says, Dizang asked Fayan, where are you going? Fayan said, around on pilgrimage. Dizang said, what is the purpose of the pilgrimage? Fayan said, I don't know. Dizang said, not knowing is most intimate. Okay? So the reason that this really resonated with me, I just stumbled across it yesterday, is that you might have shown up on the mat with an agenda. You might have thought, okay, this is a hurt that I've had that I really want to get rid of. Or this is the way that I want to go from here to here. I invite you to consider this time as a pilgrimage, as a journey, and a journey of not knowing where you're going to go, not knowing what's going to come up. Okay? Because if we have our blinders on where we're like, okay, I'm going there, and then something else comes up that's just as powerful, that's ready to be addressed, that's ready to be seen, but you're like this, you could miss it. So, this is living in the question, right? This is just experiencing this unfolding that will happen today and the next 5 days after this with an open heart. And just see what happens. See what happens. That is my invitation to you. Okay? Finally, we're going straight for Dana. Go in and in. This is what we read every day. And usually I don't talk this long. So for those of you who are newbies, this is a little bit unusual because of the fact that we're getting started with our inner child week of pilgrimage, journeying. This is a short poem from Dana, which says, this is prana, prana being energy, hands open to receive or give, and on the surface of each palm a vortex spins, a galaxy of light and wind. Hands lift, arms reach, not to beseech or beg, but a drifting, dreamy, grateful movement, leading once again to stillness. Hands grow hot, then cool, and energy builds, a pool of life force, waits for the shift from potential to kinetic. The world spirals into this slow breath, sensation, the suspension of time and mind, love suffusing everything. So that's what I would like for us to do, to have a slow flow, pranic awareness of just plugging into this body, this moment, this exploration, right? This exploration, this process of greeting the inner child. So if you were sitting on a block like I was, I invite you to come to a seat on your mat. Hands are on the knees. And this process is just about connecting. For today, all we're going to do is connect. For the beginning part of class, we're going to invite you to connect with your inner child, and then we're going to invite you to connect with your inner parent. So hands softly on the knees, and as if you are the hands of a clock, I invite you to start going counterclockwise because you are going back in time. This is the Sufi grind. Hands are on the knees, and have it be small in the beginning. So maybe thinking like hour by hour, you're spinning the hands of time backwards, day by day, year by year. You're just going backwards to connect to that inner child. And at first the circles are pretty little. And then making them a little bit bigger. And just feel yourself going back in time. And throughout this class, the invitation is going to be to connect with the inner child. And for some of us, this might happen pretty quickly and easily. The past few classes, I've suggested that you get a picture of yourself as a young one. If you weren't in class with us and you didn't receive this suggestion, you can do that for a future class if you choose to keep joining us. So maybe you have that image in front of you in the mat. For some of you, you might, kind of welcome this connection with the inner child, and that inner child of yours might keep hiding. You might feel like he or she isn't coming out, and that's okay. That's okay. All right, remember, this is a pilgrimage. This is a journey that we're just going to allow to unfold. No judgment, no expectations, just allow it to unfold. And then come to center and sit and feel into the body. And see if there's a particular age, a particular time that really speaks to you here. A child that's letting itself be known to you as I really like to be seen. I really like to connect with you. And then we're gently going to circle to the right. Okay, the Sufi grind. Bringing the chin into the chest and then the chin out. Just waking up the spine, waking up the heart, maybe bringing a little bit more movement into the arms, pressing the knees down. Making the circles bigger. Just feel yourself opening up. Having this stirring, you're stirring, gently stirring. Remember, this is a slow prana flow. So go as slowly as you need to. Have this be really internal, really introspective, going inside, going inside. Another few rounds. And then come to a seat. Maybe taking your Hridaya mudra again, rolling the index fingers in, ring and middle fingers touch the thumb, hands on the back of the knees. And breathe here and see how you feel. Feel the heart opening. Feel yourself reaching out to that inner child, even if it's not clear yet, even if things are really cloudy, that's okay. Especially if this is a brand new effort for you, and maybe you've never even heard of the inner child before. Here I am at 50. It's been a while since I've been a child. If this takes a while, that's okay. This is a journey, it's a pilgrimage, and we don't have a set destination point. We're letting go. We're just living in the question, living in the journey. Another breath. And then bring the soles of the feet onto the earth. Hands are on the shins, and exhale, roll back. And inhale, come on forward. And Exhale, roll it back, having this feel really good on the spine, opening the heart. This whole process is about opening the heart, opening ourselves to this recognition of this inner child that lives within us. Another breath. And then rock forward onto the feet, walk your hands around. And come on up. Oh, I love that y'all are saying that you love my puppies. Yes. So hanging here in your forward fold. Arms hang heavy, head hangs heavy. Tailbone rises up. Just allow yourself to melt down. Melt down. And again, bring to mind that inner child, welcoming the inner child, letting the inner child know that he or she is welcome, that you're looking to connect with this inner child. And then roll it up, coming up into your Tadasana. So we read that article for those who might have joined a little bit late. We read an article from Psychology Today that talks about how the inner child is real. Not physiologically, but psychologically real. So we're sending out an invitation to connect to our inner child. Feet ground down. Take your Hridaya Mudra again. Rolling the index finger in. Hands out to the side and stand here. And feel yourself grounded down, open. Ready to experience this process that will unfold for almost a week. 6 days is what I have sketched out right now. And then inhale those arms out and up, reach up, lift up. Slow flow. Exhale, dive down. Come on down, forward fold. Inhale, arch up halfway, flat back. And exhale, release. And step that right leg back. Nice long line. Left knee is right over the left ankle. Hands frame the foot. Pouring energy down that leg. And just using this slow flow to really land in the body. Landing in the body, being present. Drop that knee, low runner's lunge. And see as you really connect to this practice, connect to this flow, connect to the body. I dropped the right knee down, I think I said that. Letting the hips release. See if there's a place where the inner child feels more present, folding over the leg. And at the end of practice, I'd love for you to tell me where that is. I don't want to interrupt your flow. Inhale forward. But do you maybe feel them like in your feet? You know, like you're almost like they're being drawn up from the earth. Exhale back. Are they in your like hips, like at the root? Are they in like, you know, right at your low belly? Are they in your heart? Do you feel them like, do you feel like you're speaking to them? Are they in your throat? Inhale forward. Do you see them in your mind's eye? Or do they just infuse all of you? Exhale it back. But feel into that. Feel into the body. That's the sweetness of us doing this inner child work in such a different way on the mat. Inhale forward. See how, you feel. Exhale it back. And inhale forward. Curl the back toes under and step it back down, dog. And as you feel more connected to your inner child, if your inner child is like, this is what I want to do, down dog, what's this down dog? Let's bark like a dog. Let's wag our tails. Let's shake our heads. Let's roll around like we're puppies in the grass. Glide forward, plank pose. Listen. Do it. Do it. Listen to your inner child. Remember what they said, the inner child is what? Think about this. This is amazing, okay? Society tells us, oh, you need to like grow up, be an adult. What does the inner child at its best represent? Awe. Come on down. Knees, chest, chin. Ashtanga Pranam. Ground the hips. Awe. Wonder. Joy. Playfulness. Right? Openness. Enthusiasm. Oh yes, we have to get rid of all those things because they're just horrible. Come on down. And just relax here. Belly down. Bring the hands so that they're underneath the forehead and wag your tail. Yes, wag your tail. Say, inner child, it's okay to come out. It's okay to come out and play. It's safe. It's safe. You're welcome. Another breath. And then hands under shoulders. Curl the toes. Lift the hips. Down dog. Down dog. Tailbone rises up. Head hangs heavy. And then let's step that right foot forward. Knee is over ankle. And breath by breath. Breath by breath. Breathing here into the hips on the left. Drop that left knee down. Low runner's lunge. Breath by breath, let go. Let go of expectations. Let go of, hey, my inner child hasn't shown up yet. I guess that means I don't have one. Yeah, you got one. We've all got one. Or, does that mean mine's really broken? No, don't come to conclusions. Just be open. Just relax. Just breathe. Just breathe. Set those hips back, fold over that front leg, toes stay down. And inhale it forward. Exhale it back, toes rise up. Folding over that leg, right heel is heavy, tractioning back, folding over that leg. And inhale forward. Just feeling the heart be open. Exhale it back, toes rise up again. And inhale forward. Curl the back toes under and step it forward. Forward fold. Fold down. Hang out. Head is heavy. Maybe a gentle sway. And this whole week is going to be about a dialogue with your inner child. And what we're going to transition to in a little bit, not just yet, is we're going to transition to becoming more aware of our inner parent. Inhale, arch up halfway, flat back. Exhale, release. And inhale those arms all the way up. Reach up, lift up. Come up onto the balls of the feet, feeling yourself joyful, open, excited about this pilgrimage we're on, even though you have no idea where we're going. Just being open, and then bring the hands together at the heart, taking Padma Mudra. Padma Mudra, okay? It's the lotus mudra, right at the heart space. Breathing here in your Padma Mudra. And feeling yourself opening the heart, opening to this connection. Possibly you've never done inner child work before. So having this, just this awareness of, getting to know yourself, reconnecting with yourself, which includes the inner child, includes the joy, it includes the wonder, it includes the enthusiasm, it includes the awe, the playfulness. It also includes the hurts. That includes those places where you feel like you weren't quite nurtured well enough. It includes all of those things, right? Your light side and your shadow side. Inhale those arms up, reach up, lift up. Come up again onto the balls of the feet. And then step back. Left foot goes back. Right leg is forward into your Virabhadrasana 1. Beautiful, open heart. Breathing here into your Vira. Taking your Hridaya Mudra if you'd like. Rolling the index fingers in, touching the thumb to the ring finger and middle finger. Another breath. And then open it up into your Virabhadrasana 2. So the palms are up if you're in Hridaya Mudra. Another breath. Straighten that leg and glide into your triangle pose. Trikonasana. Calming down. Either holding the mudra if that's comfortable, or you can release. It's up to you. Another breath. And then float on up. Virabhadrasana 2. And take reverse. And side angle. Really just moving slowly, as if you're moving through water. Another breath. And float that arm down and around. Come on, up. Virabhadrasana 2. And then hands either side of the foot. Come on down. Down dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. And continuing to just close the eyes, go inside, feel your connection to the inner child, or welcoming the connection. Asking the inner child, how are you doing? Is there anything you feel like doing? Maybe the inner child's like, yeah, I just feel like laying around on my back. Okay, it's your practice. You're not on camera. You can do whatever you want. Glide forward plank pose. Lift the hips down, dog. Glide forward plank pose. Exhale those hips up. One more time. And then let's step that left leg back and up, stretch it up, and step it forward. Going into Virabhadrasana 1 on this side. Set the feet and inhale, lift. Your choice if you want to take Hridaya. I don't know if it's Hridaya or Hridaya. Might be Hridaya. H-R-I-D-A-Y-A. So rolling the index fingers in towards the base of the thumbs. Thumb meets the middle finger and the ring finger. And you're lifting up into your Vira 1. Beautiful open heart. And then open it up, Virabhadrasana 2. Palms are up if you're in Hridaya Mudra. If you've joined us late, Hridaya Mudra is a mudra of the heart. It's very good for heart health. And it helps with letting go of emotional hurts. And that's a lot of the work with the inner child, right? So glide that leg forward. Don't hyperextend the knee. And then lean forward. Come on down. Into your Trikonasana. Plugging here into the body, feeling into the body. Another breath. And then lift up, reach up. Come back into your Vira 2. And take reverse, keep that front leg bent. And then side angle. Another breath. Float that arm down and around. Virabhadrasana 2. And Hands other side of the foot. Come on down. Ooh. Walk your feet out. Tailbone lifts up. Head goes heavy. And then let's widen the knees and touch the toes and come down into your child's pose. Let the forehead just melt down into the earth. And again, closing the eyes and connect to that inner child. Seeing that inner child with such an open and loving heart. And here in child's pose, if you'd like, you can take Padma Mudra overhead. Again, the base of the palms together, the thumbs together, the pinkies together, and the other 3 fingers, 6 fingers in total, blossom open in the mudra of the lotus. Feeling your heart be open, welcoming connection with this youthful you, this joyful, awe-filled, enthusiastic, playful child that still lives inside of you. Breathing here, another few breaths. I'm up on my feet because I just realized one of my props, I need to get it. So you all keep breathing here. Another breath. And then coming up onto hands and knees, hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Inhale, lift, and exhale, arch. Just really articulating the spine. So we have about another 10 minutes left in our yoga flow, and then we're going to move on to journaling. So we've talked the majority of our time about the inner child, but what's also important to realize is that we also have an inner parent. Okay, an inner parent within us. Breathing here, another breath. And then let's plug the hands in, curl the toes, lift the hips. And let's step forward into our pigeon pose. Ekapada Raja Kapusthasana. So with pigeon, our leg is bent out to the side. If you have issues with your knee, let me know. You don't have to let me know. I'm going to give you an alternative pose in just a moment. So for those of us who are in classic pigeon, we're just really opening the heart, really feeling yourself blossoming open here through Anahata Chakra. And if you love mantra, you can say the seed sound for the 4th chakra, which is yam, yam, and really feel it resonant in the throat, resonant in the chest. And then come on down into your pigeon. Yam. And when your head is down close to the mat, having a seed sound can be really nice because it'll be really vibrational. For those of you who are like, my knee doesn't like that, Laura, then come onto your back. Come onto your back. The right ankle goes onto the left knee, the right knee goes out to the side, and this is lazy man pigeon, and it's just as good, okay? And if you want to get up to a wall, you can put your left sole of the foot on the wall, and then there's not a lot of work here. Otherwise, you can reach through and grip the left shin. When you do this, though, be mindful of keeping the shoulders down and the chin in towards the chest. Okay, hugging that knee in. For the rest of you, you're still in Ekapada Raja Kapusthasana. Breathing here. We hold a lot of tension, a lot of hurt in our hips. So really washing that right hip with the breath. Big inhale and exhale. Another breath. And then walk those hands up. Beautiful. Open heart. Beautiful back bend. Shoulders down the back. And then plug the hands in. Curl the back toes under. And come on up into your down dog. Swing that right leg out. Just really bringing movement into the right hip. And then let's step the left foot forward. Left leg out to the side. And come on down, levering yourself down. And again, a beautiful heart opener. Taking pigeon on your back if you have any tweaky knees. And then fold down. So with the inner parent, all of us, we have the inner child, we have the inner parent. And the article that I read from to you by Dr. Diamond, he talks about how, and something that I did not read to you, he talks about how the inner parent is so critical, right? Because our inner child, needs healing, needs nurturing, needs love. And it's the inner parent. That's the inner parent's role. So don't slide into the inner child as the victim and the inner parent is the villain, because that's not true. Okay? There's no doubt that, with the inner child, especially if we haven't been aware of this situation, the inner child, yes, there's a good chance the inner child needs love, and there's a good chance that the inner parent hasn't been fulfilling its role, but that's what this work is all about. You're on this journey, right? You're on this journey now. Another breath, and then walk those hands up. Beautiful open heart. Beautiful open heart. And then settle the hip down and swing the legs around. So we're going to do the Kundalini sweep movement of the spine. Yesterday in our It's Your Yoga class, someone asked for twists. Hopefully they're still here. I don't remember who it was, but we didn't do twists. So we're going to do some twists now. So come on to the back and relax down. This is a really sweet flow, and I invite you to do this at your own pace. So we're going to extend the legs long, and we're going to inhale the right knee into the chest, and then we're going to exhale and we're going to twist. Just have this be a really nice, natural, easy, open twist. Looking over the right shoulder. And then again, we inhale the knee into the chest, and we exhale the leg long. Arms can go overhead. So I invite you to close your eyes so you don't feel like you need to be swimming in synchronicity with me. You just go at your own pace. Remember, we always inhale when the knee comes into the chest. We exhale on the opposite movement. So this is just such a great opportunity to wring out the spine. Being gentle with the twist. And closing the eyes and going inside. Having an opportunity to connect with the inner parent as well. And with both of these, it's like I almost want you to envision like there are 3 roles at play here. Okay? There's the inner child, there's the inner parent, and then there's your witness consciousness, okay? Where you're witnessing, as if there are almost 2 players on a stage, and you're there witnessing what's going on. You're seeing the dynamic, you're listening to the conversation. And with this inner parent, the invitation as we continue throughout this process is for you to really start bringing awareness to the dialogue. And the inner parent sometimes is referred to as the inner critic. I personally don't really like that phrase because what we want the inner parent to grow into is the nurturer, the supporter, the person who loves, who who, provides the inner child with what he or she needs, right? So, but in your, it could be very fitting. It could be like, well, it feels like more of an inner critic than an inner parent. So, this is going to be your opportunity to transform. So listening to the dialogue, listening to what you say to yourself, listening to the shoulds and the shouldn'ts that you layer on top of yourself. And we're going to give the inner child the opportunity to let us know, what they want and where they feel they, want to be heard and seen and loved and accepted. So as you're ready, releasing that kundalini, sweet movement of the spine flow, bringing the soles of the feet up close to the hips, arms alongside the body, and just lift the tailbone just the tiniest bit, engaging the deep core, the transverse abdominals, and then roll the tailbone down. So this is just like the littlest baby bridge. Like as if you're putting like a bridge over, water that you've spilled on the table. The littlest, tiniest bridge, lifting up and down. Curling the tailbone up, feel the engagement of the deep core. And if you're not sure, if you haven't connected with the transverse abdominals before, take your 2 fingers and plug them to the inner hip bones, push down about 2 inches. And then as you exhale and curl the tailbone up, you'll feel the TBAs pop against the fingers. And then you release it down. Another breath. And release. And relax and come on down into your Shavasana. Let the feet flop open, let the hands flop open. And, just as the very beginning of this conversation with your inner child, if your inner child says, I want to do Shavasana this way, okay? So just starting to listen, listening to that voice, listening to, what your inner child is asking for. And if you're still in a place where the inner child is, being quiet, just saying, that's okay, that's okay. Allow your body to melt down. Releasing down, relaxing down. From Dana, she writes, despite illness of body or mind, in spite of blinding despair or habitual belief, who you are is whole. Let nothing keep you separate from the truth. The soul, illumined from within, longs to be known for what it is. Undying, untouched by fire or the storms of life, there is a place inside where stillness and abiding peace reside. You can ride the breath to go there. Despite doubt or hopeless turns of mind, you are not broken. Spirit surrounds, embraces, fills you from the inside out. Release everything that isn't your true nature. What's left? The fullness, light, and shadow. Claim all that as your birthright. Claim all of that. And that's what this process is all about, right? It's about coming back to wholeness. It's about recognizing that the inner child has its right. It has its right to be here, fully present in your body, in your mind, in your heart, in your soul. So as you're ready, rolling over, cradling the heart. And carefully pressing yourself up into an easy seat. We're going to take a nice big inhale, and rather than oming out, let's yam out. Let's yam out. And let's take Ganesha Mudra. So with Ganesha Mudra, we're going to clasp the hands so that the right hand faces in towards the heart and the left hand faces out. This is Ganesha Mudra, and you create a bit of a pull, like you're pulling the hands apart. Ganesha is the Hindu god that helps us overcome obstacles. And this is going to be a journey, right? We don't know where we're going. We don't know how it's going to unfold, but there's sure to be obstacles along our path. So nice big inhale. The hands are right at the heart space, feeling the heart open. Nice big inhale. Anjali Mudra, beautiful. Yay. Thank you for that practice. Thank you for being here with me.